Ladies and gents, hope you're well. Firstly, thank you so much to those of you that supported the golf tournament this week. It was a massive win for us. Huge thank you to Stephanie McCaskill for all the work and the time and the effort that she put into making that possible as well. But it is one of those huge positives for us as a soccer club as we look to continue to pour the money back into the club and support the families that are in need of a little bit of help this summer with travel and that sort of stuff. But so huge win for us this week. Moving on from that, talking about the NPL schedule between now and the end of the season. Accompanying this video is a document that will outline exactly what games, where and when will be played between now and the end of the season for the NPL pink teams. So we're running into a bit of a challenge right now where folks are letting us know somewhat last minute, and it's really creating massive headaches for us. So what we're trying to do now is to get further ahead of this right now so you guys can plan accordingly and put things on your radar a little sooner. So hopefully this the document helps more so than having to search through Sports Engine week by week or trying to get too far ahead to plan. Hopefully this gives you a clearer idea of what the expectations are going to be going forward. I think when we talked about the NPL back in August, we had mentioned that the final event would be in January. There is a chance that we may have to play some games on the 4th and 5th of January, and we'll know a little bit more about that in the coming weeks. But what we do want to do now is get ahead of this so you guys can plan and get it on your radar. And I understand we can hold our hands up and say, you know what, we probably could have got a little bit more information out, but the NPL has been kind of labor of love for us at the moment as we've navigated it and as we search for opportunities for our pink teams to be playing in leagues outside of the Carolina Champions League. So if you can get that information to us, that will be great. There are still a couple of games that we have to get scheduled. They are some crossover games when CDA has to play CDA. We've got a couple of special things planned for some of those games, not all of them, but for some of them, and a little bit more information will be coming next week on that. But the final thing for me is just to make sure that you guys are making sure that you're on top of everything between now and January. I know that this fall has been a little bit sporadic with training at times, and I'm not sure how many of you guys do or do not know. October 30th-ish, they are closing the Sportsplex field 1 through 5. No, sorry, 5 through 9. They are redoing those turf fields and they're not going to be open again until February or late February. So we're in a very fortunate position that we have that we have our indoor centre and we're able to continue to train. So one of the things I would look at right now is not being caught up so much in how many training sessions you're not getting per week and starting to look at how much more extended the season's going to be as we go through January. Make sure that everybody's prepared for that. So plenty of training sessions coming up, plenty of training sessions for the players to get after it, and plenty of opportunities for everybody to still be competing. We're working as hard as we possibly can for the pink teams to get competitive games. I know the 2009s and the 05s and 06s and even the 2008s at times haven't always had a full schedule. That is way above our pay grade as far as the NPL goes. It's a deal that they did with some of the other clubs that didn't field teams in those age groups. So unfortunately, we're at the mercy of that. But like I said, hopefully this schedule outlines a lot of the games and where those games are going to be played so you guys can plan accordingly. And please let us know ASAP if you're unavailable. Letting us know inside of 5 days is something that we don't think is fair, unless it's sickness and something that comes up very last minute. But all we ask now is that you guys are planning ahead. Hopefully we can move forward. Hopefully everyone can get into a positive place with it. And we can see out the rest of the fall season playing well, working hard and staying safe.